Hello guys, I watched the Nickelodeon movie Dora and the Search for Soldarado, and it's funny how time flies as I still expected Isabella Mercy to be the Dora. But she's a hawkgirl now and quite older to be Dora. Anyway, we get a new Dora in this movie, and this we do get the backstory of how Dora is inspired by exploring the jungle when she was a kid, who turns into a teenager who becomes an expert in adventures in jungle. With her, we get the side characters Diego, who always accompanies her in the adventures, rescuing her many times in the process. The movie is about Dora finding herself as she loses her map when she goes on a mission with Diego. This happens in the first beginning of the movie where they go to find a lost forbidden kingdom called Soldarado, and when Dora loses her map, she feels like she has lost some superpower and she thinks she's handicapped without it. So she decides to repower herself by joining a natural park, jungle, which is a jungle which Diego works in. She meets her idol Camilla in that park and she shows her willingness to guide people in the jungle world. Accidentally, she finds out that her idol Camilla is doing some suspicious business, which turns out to be digging for a bracelet which guides oneself to the forbidden lost city of Soldarado. Dora manages to take the bracelet from the pirates, and the bracelet shows her the way to find Soldarado through visions. She is accompanied by Diego, their driver Naya, and Sonny, Naya's younger brother. Later in the journey, Boots, who is a talking monkey, joins the gang. Not to mention, there's another animal called Swapper, who is on the side of the villain. On the journey, the team does well to complete missions by solving riddles through everyone's expertise, with Dora having the most knowledge on riddles. Even Diego helps her with riddles. Naya, who loves to play sudoku, comes in handy when solving a numerical problem. Unfortunately, before they reach the final mission, Camila and the gang reach the location and manage to isolate Dora and take Diego and others as prisoners because Diego has the bracelet. Dora, in isolation, manages to find herself within as she comes to know she's the map, and her ancestors vouch for that. Dora reaches in time to the last mission and manages to take her gang inside the cave. However, Camilla and her henchmen manages to get inside the cave with them. Surprisingly, we find out Camilla is herself just like Dora, but she lost herself due to people's criticism in the past. But seeing Dora and her willingness to explore the jungle rejuvenates the old Camilla in her. The last riddle, both the expert explorers team up and solve it with the henchmen going against Camilla and others, and everyone, and he himself find himself falling down to death. The bracelet seems to have the life of its own as it chooses the leader, first being Dora, succeeded by Diego, and lastly it chooses Camilla. They eventually reach the destination, and each and everyone becomes selfless, giving the witch opportunity to Diego, who gets a job in New York. The movie ends with Dora getting a gift of a map from Diego, which seems to be empty, to be drawn by Dora.